There's absolutely zero doubt in my mind that Game 1, 7-4 victory on home ice for the Edmonton Oilers has left you hungry for more hockey action, so let's get you fed a pre-game meal here ahead of Game 2 tonight. Now, we knew Edmonton was going to have the advantage offensively in this series, but tough to have projected 7 goals and that kind of outburst in a Game 1, which, by the way, they have not won on home ice dating back to the 1990s. So big accomplishment, check that box off. And in doing so, I thought they stayed incredibly disciplined as well. And to me, that's going to be a big key heading into Game 2. Los Angeles didn't look like they could skate, certainly not with Connor McDavid. And so what do you do when that's the case? Well, you try and drag him down into the slums, the after the whistle stuff. And Edmonton didn't really engage in that in the first game. They took their power plays and they cashed in on them, going 3 for 4. And that's something to monitor going into Game 2 because Edmonton's power play was, well, middle of the pack, let's say, toward the end of the regular season, but we were seeing some looks that we hadn't seen at all this year. Leon Draisaitl playing in the middle, for example, instead of on his usual one-time slot on the wall. So we'll see how many more wrinkles there remain to be divulged, shall we say. It was hinted at by Connor McDavid, in fact, that yes, they do have some other looks to go to. And will Los Angeles be ready? Will Los Angeles start Cam Talbot? I really was not impressed by the veteran's performance in that first game. Not to say that that loss was on him, but overall, I expect a lot more from the goaltender, whomever it may be. And if I'm the head coach of the Kings, Jim Hiller, to me, it's David Riddick's net from here on out. Now, of course, home ice advantage gives Coach Chris Knobloch the chance to line match and keep his best offensive assets away from Phillip Danault, the best defensive centerman that the Kings have to offer. Pay attention to how often there's a combination of Connor and Leon thrown out there after a penalty kill, for example, as Knobloch tries to spot pick some areas where he can get his best matchups available. Now, the Rogers Place crowd and the fans right across Edmonton were a big part of the story in that first game, and I expect that energy to factor into Game 2 as well, maybe even more so, as you have to expect a serious pushback from Los Angeles, what with their season seriously up against it if they lose Game 2 on Wednesday night here. The Oilers, for what it's worth, are 21-3 all time when taking Game 1 of a playoff series.